It's Week 13 of the NFL. And next up, we'll see Calvin Ridley. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one. Coming up next.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital, but luckily for us, we have our heaters cranked all the way up here in the booth at Commanders Field. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jayden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now Daniels. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
To the air goes Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. This 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Daniels. Pressure comes and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that It's part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Levis looking to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Daniels. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
3rd and 19. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Buying time to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. To throw is Daniels. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Daniels. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go play action. Daniels complete to Zacchaeus, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. 2nd and 9. Here's Levis. That one's taken in by Spears. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Levis to throw it. Drops this underneath for Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Levis sets up to throw here. And that's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun again to Spears. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Still going inside the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Robinson. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Dancing to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Stiff-armed him. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Now Levis. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Folks' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Washington offense heading out in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Daniels looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Daniels from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Pollard gets it off the option. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Levis now off of play action. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. 3rd and 20. Levis. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To the air goes Daniels. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Levis back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Levis from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as he'll give to Pollard. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
At the 26-yard line.
They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Levis. That finds the former Jaguar, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Levis looking to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The one final shot before the half. Here's Levis. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime.
2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson.
From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. J.K. Dobbins, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Nico Collins, a touchdown reception. What a treat to watch the rookie in that first half. The number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Levis out of the shotgun now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Back to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Levis to throw off play action.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got room at the 30.
And down to the 27-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Working from the gun, here's Levis. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. Now a 2nd and 6. Levis to throw once more.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
On for the extra point is Folk.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Play action, now it's Daniels. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Tressway now, as they're forced to kick for the sixth time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Levis sets up to throw here. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And that's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Levis to throw it. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now Levis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Back to throw, it's Levis. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Pollard again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, here's Levis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Folks' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here's Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's had a good 3rd quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the 3rd quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better, and he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To throw is Daniels. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams.
Back now at Commanders Field. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Washington.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Levis back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Levis. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Levis looking to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy was going to catch it.
There he goes, left side. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 72 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Seibert on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense had quarterback Will Levis ready to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 67 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now a give here to Pollard. He's got it to the 43 here.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Pollard going to try the right side. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun again to Spears.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Pollard is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd and goal. Pollard one more time.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
and out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field, and he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
He'll look to throw.
This is Robinson.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. This one came right down to the wire. And Shady, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for our visitors, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they can ill afford to drop too many